Hey guys, this is Jason. I'm going to be explaining all about purchasing a domain and hosting. So what we'll talk about in this video is which registrar to use and how to register a domain with an alter persona and why we do that, how to set up the DNS for that domain, which hosting company to use to get your site up and running, how to set up that HTTPS, and how to set up your WordPress correctly. So let's talk about which registrar to use and why. Well, okay, we use Namecheap basically because it's easy, it's straightforward, and anything we want to do is pretty simple. It also gives us the opportunity to change the who is and put the alternate persona that we want on every domain. If any time you encounter any problems, they're always there to help you, and we like that. Also, they give you like a free private whiz when you register your domain for the first year, and we like their prices. So why you should register your domain with an alter persona? Well, there's a few reasons for this, but the main reasons is because you don't want your competitor spying on you. If you have the same name or the same email on your domains, it's pretty easy for them to figure out your sites. Also, you want to avoid having footprints, and you don't want to have any connections between your sites. So let's talk about why it's better for you to know your DNS settings beforehand. So DNS is some configuration that your hosting will give to you. And to explain it in simple terms is the DNS connects your domain with your hosting. It's what links those two things together. So if you have your DNS while you're registering a domain, you can get a smoother setup. What I mean by that is you will have a reduced delegation time. So as you're registering your domain and you input your DNS settings at that time, instead of having to log in again later to register and inputting your DNS and then waiting for 5 to 12 or more hours, if you do it as you're registering your domain, you will be ready and set up much faster. So now let's get into the live demo so you can see everything in action. So let's get into it. So right now I've logged into the Namecheap account. What you want to do before you do anything in Namecheap is create an alternate persona. So Jay has already created a persona for us. So what we're going to do is use that. Let's go to Profile. And here where it says Manage, click Add New. And now let's enter the details of the alternate persona. So let's go to our spreadsheet. And let's take first name, address name, so this can be anything you want. I'm just going to put the first name so it's easy for me. And then I'm going to put the first name again here. Then I'm going to take the last name, put it there. Address, I'm going to take the address here from here. Then I need the state. Then I need the zip code, the city, country, the telephone number. This won't paste because it needs, I have to take it like this. Okay. Then we're going to take this email here, our email address, and we're going to click Save. Now let's move on to register the domain that we want. So here you can enter any domain name that you want to register. We have already registered skinstartswithz.com and we already own it. So for this demo, I'm going to register skinstartswithx.com. Once we click search, it's going to tell us if it's available or not. Let's give it a few seconds. So as we can see here, it's available. So we're going to click here to add it to the cart. We're going to click View Cart. And as we can see here, domain registration for 1 year, who is guard 1 year, it's free the first year. And then we're going to click Confirm Order. On this screen, it's important before we move forward to pay that we click on the Review Domain Configuration. Now here is where we can choose the alternate persona. So as you can see, it has selected the default account contact. What we want to do is we want to select from here, use previously saved contact, and choose the contact, the alternate persona that we entered. So this is the correct one, and we need to do this for registrar contact, administrative contact, technical, and billing contact. Now let's move down here and select Show Additional Settings. And this is where we're going to enter our DNS settings. So we're going to click Use Custom DNS, and because we're going to use DreamHost, we're going to enter ns1.dreamhost.com, ns2.dreamhost.com, ns3.dreamhost.com. If you're going to use another host, of course you will have to put those DNS settings. Having these details will speed up your setup process a lot. Now let's click Continue. On this next screen, we're gonna enter our payment details. So I'm gonna pause and resume after we've paid. So as you can see here, it says thank you for your purchase. So that's it. Now let's move on to hosting. We believe that choosing the correct hosting company is very important. We prefer DreamHost for a few reasons. First of all, we believe that the uptime of your site is very important, and every second that your site is not up, you're losing money. And DreamHost has proven to be very reliable for us. Also, they offer an amazing service for the actual price you pay for. Another thing I want to mention is HTTPS. It's usually very hard or not so easy to set up, but with DreamHost it becomes very easy. And their support is pretty fast and very easy to work with. Let's talk a little bit about HTTPS. So it has become important nowadays for a few reasons, but the main reasons are because it provides with better rankings, and also when your visitors go on your site, they trust you more. So let's now move on and go into the live demo on a hosting so you can see everything that we talked about. Now that you're in your DreamHost account, what you need to do is go here where it says Domains, and then Manage Domains. Now you have to click Add Hosting to a Domain. On the next screen, we're going to enter the domain name that we want to use for our site. So for this example, here where it says Domain to Host, we're going to put skin starts with x.com, as this is the domain name we previously registered with Namecheap. Next, here it says, do you want the www in your URL? Usually we don't use that, so we're going to click remove www. It's up to you if you're going to use it or not. All the rest, we just leave it as it is, but we want to make sure we have clicked the HTTPS. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to click fully host this domain. So as you can see on this screen, it says success. Skinstartswithx.com has been added to your hosting system. So right now it sent us an email with all the DNS information and all the info about the hosting. Because we knew the hosting DNS when we were registering the domain, it has saved us a lot of time. So now we don't really have to wait that long. But if you didn't know it from before, you can go into your registrar and enter this DNS info. So right now we have to wait a few minutes, and then we need to check if our domain is up. So we just checked and the DNS is propagated and the domain name is now ready to get WordPress installed. So let's go back to DreamHost. Let's go to where it says goodies. Let's go to one-click installs, and now let's select WordPress. Here we have to select the correct domain name, and then I suggest you unclick Deluxe install and then you click install it for me now. Once it's installed, DreamHost will send you an email and say, and we'll give you instructions and everything and all the username and passwords and all that. So now we're going to wait a few minutes. So now that we are waiting for DreamHost to install WordPress on our site, let's go and set up our HTTPS. Let's go to Domains, Manage Domains. Let's go to our domain. And here where it says certificate active, we select it. And let's select this one. The free one, the Let's Encrypt SSL. I agree. Save changes now. As you can see, now it says success. So what we need to do now is move forward and go and check if we can log into WordPress. So we just checked the domain, and as we can see, WordPress is installed on our domain. Next, what you need to do is go to the email, and DreamHost will have sent you an email with a link to set the password for the first time. So we already went to our email and got the link, and we're going to paste it here to go to set the password. So as you can see, it's given us a random new password. You can either use that or type in your own. For the demo purpose, we're just going to use what it's given us. Remember to save this password somewhere else so you have it. And then we're going to click Reset Password. So as you can see, it says your password has been reset. Now we're going to click Login. On this screen, we're going to enter the password that we just set, and to get the username, it's in the email that DreamHost sent you. We already went to the email and copied the username, so we're going to paste it here, and then we're going to click Login. So now that you're in the WP admin area, the first thing we suggest you to do is go to Plugins, click Add New, and install a plugin to activate and make the HTTPS work. So we're going to type here really simple SSL. We're going to install it and activate it. This is a really easy, pretty simple plugin because it needs no settings. Once we activate it and click go ahead, activate SSL, that's it. It's done. SSL activated. Now your site is ready. So that's the correct way to install WordPress on DreamHost and activate your SSL.